Yeah, good morning. As I was walking down the beach to the spot where I'll do today's swimming lesson, I was reminded of a friend of mine who started coming to this place more than 40 years ago. And at that time, there was not a single restaurant here on the beach. And yeah, I was just trying to imagine, wow, this must have been absolutely beautiful. Just something like this. And nothing but this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to turn the camera around now. I think it's more interesting for you to actually see nature than me. Yeah, since I mentioned compassionate inquiry and paths work again yesterday, I thought I'll just share a little bit what this thing has been for me. I've always been really, really curious, I think. Quite young, I started asking questions, like 12, 13, 14, and got, actually quite disillusioned that adults really didn't have very satisfying answers to these questions. And I knew quite early that I wanted to meditate, which in hindsight kind of is weird because there was no one in my life who even did that. So I don't know where that came from. For me, meditation gave me a tool to work on myself, because prior to that I thought, okay, it's kind of written in stone, you can't really change yourself, that's the way you are and that's it. Now, before this disease, I don't think I'd fully understood how much emotional stuff can really manifest in the body, even though in meditation I was actually experiencing it in real time. But I didn't link it so much with like full-on disease. A few years ago then, actually more than a few years ago, I'd say like in 2019, I think, 18, 19. Yeah, in 18 I did a kinesiology session, and I think that opened up something for me. And ever since, I've been open to the idea of, who knows? Who knows what this disease really is? It feels so absolutely physical, but who knows what the actual origin is? So, I started looking into all kinds of things, and in 2020, I think it was, 21, I did a deep dive into my own history, and then increasingly also history of my family, and found that yes, we are all individuals, but somehow we are also really linked in this system. And what if the disease of one individual is actually a manifestation of the system? And vice versa, if one member of the family of the system changes, the entire system also gets affected in one way or the other. So with my teaching, I think I've been observing people very, very keenly for many years, because I think only if you can read somebody in real time can you be really helpful as a teacher. And now compassionate inquiry and similar things have come into my life. I didn't take the full course, so I don't want to call myself a professional there. But anyways, I'm not much of an advocate of certificates. That's why I home educated my daughter, and the way I teach languages as well. I never went to university for that. It's just a lot of observation and a lot of trial and error, and just refining what works and discarding what doesn't. And I think actually if we follow that, then we can end up bringing something new to the world. Yeah, in fact, Gabor Maté, the Canadian doctor who developed compassionate inquiry, he never studied psychology, and he just developed this approach by, well, observation and learning by doing. So I have really deep respect for that, and I think that's why it resonates so deeply with me as well. Yeah, there's my backpack with some pieces of styrofoam, which I'm going to use for the students as floats. Yeah, I wish you all a beautiful day, wherever you are, and I'll be here again tomorrow.